You spawn in the desert with no tutorial, 0 armor upgrades, and a body that looks like a pancake with spikes. Congratulations, you are a baby horned lizard. Some people call you a horny toad, a horned toad, or a horned toad, which is already disrespectful, because you are not a toad. And you're a real lizard from the genus Phrynosoma, which basically means toad-bodied. So yes, even science looked at you and said, that is one suspiciously flat little dude. Your story begins underground, inside a tiny egg buried in warm, sandy soil. No parents are guarding you, no NPC mentor, no glowing arrow pointing to safety. One day, you hatch, crawl out, and the game immediately switches to survival mode. I mean, you were never in creative, but let's move on. You are small, soft, and delicious looking to almost everything. Birds? They want you, and not in a romantic way. Snakes, coyotes, foxes, bobcats, dogs, cats, roadrunners. Yep, all of them looked at the menu and saw baby spiky nugget. Your first unlocked skill is not speed. That would be too generous. Horned lizards are not exactly desert Ferraris. Your first skill is camouflage, pretend to be dirt. And honestly, it is kind of overpowered. Your sandy brown body blends into the ground, rocks, and dry grass. When danger appears, your best move is to freeze completely, not breathe at all. Just become a dusty little potato with horns. If the predator walks away, great, you live another day. If it comes closer, the game gives you your second ability, Panic Dash. You sprint in a short burst, stop suddenly, then freeze again. It is basically the lizard version of lagging across the map and hoping the enemy loses tracking, but it works often enough. Now comes your first food quest. You are hungry, and unlike normal baby animals that start with easy snacks, your main target is one of the angriest foods on Earth, ants. Many horned lizards, especially the Texas horned lizard, are famous for eating harvester ants. These ants bite, sting, swarm, and generally behave like they pay rent on the desert. So your early life is basically this. Approach ant, eat ant, do not get eaten by ants. Repeat until adulthood. This is a terrible meal plan, but it comes with benefits. As you grow, your body becomes wider, flatter, and more armored. Your spikes sharpen. You are slowly unlocking the desert demon's skin, except you are still only a few inches long and emotionally one hawk shadow away from a breakdown. As a juvenile, your lifestyle is simple. Warm up in the sun, hunt ants, avoid predators, cool down in shade, and hide at night. Because you are a reptile, your body depends on outside temperatures. Too cold, and you move like a broken controller. Too hot, and you risk becoming a lizard jerky. So you learn the sacred desert rhythm: sun, shade, snack, panic, and repeat. Then comes mid-game. You are bigger now, more confident and more spiky, but predators still want to eat you. However, now you've unlocked Defense Combo Level 2. First, you flatten your body against the ground, making yourself hard to grab. If something tries to swallow you, you puff up like an angry balloon covered in toothpicks. Your horns and side spines make you a very uncomfortable snack. This is your whole brand. You can eat me, but it will be annoying. Against some enemies, you can even hiss, vibrate your tail, or play dead. Horned lizards are basically walking toolboxes of weird, last-minute survival tricks. But the legendary ability, the one that gets clipped on every nature documentary, is unlocked when a canine-type predator gets too close. A coyote leans in. A fox sniffs. A dog makes the mistake of thinking you are a chew toy, and then your final move activates Blood Cannon, Ocular Edition. Here is how it works. You increase the pressure in your blood vessels around your eyes until tiny vessels rupture, launching a stream of blood from the corners of your eyes.
Real when that eyeball starts getting filled with red Kool-Aid, baby! Amaterasu! My fault, wrong anime.
Some species can shoot at several feet. It is especially effective against canids because the blood tastes or smells foul to them. Imagine being a predator and your lunch suddenly rage quits through its eyeballs. That is not a defense mechanism. That is a jump scare. But here's the twist. It does not work on everything. Birds do not care much. A roadrunner might see your blood attack and think, cool special effects, then continue the boss fight. So even your ultimate move has bad matchups. Adulthood finally arrives, and you are now a spiky desert tank. You spend your days alone because horned lizards are mostly solitary. You're not building a friend group. You're not joining a guild. You're just wandering your dry little kingdom, eating ants, and trying not to become a side quest. During breeding season, males search for females, and for a short time, The Lonely Desert MMO gets multiplayer mode. After mating, females of many species lay eggs in sandy soil, bury them, and leave. The next generation must hatch into the same brutal game, with no tutorial and no refund. But modern horned lizards face enemies even worse than coyotes. Humans have changed their habitats with development, roads, agriculture, pesticides, and non-native grasses. In some places, invasive fire ants have also caused problems by competing with or replacing native ants the very food horned lizards depend on. The Texas horned lizard, once common in Texas, is now listed as threatened in the state. So yes, it sucks to be born as a horned lizard. You hatch alone, your food fights back, your enemies fly, slither, sprint, and sniff. Your best survival plan is to look like dirt, eat painful ants, cosplay as a cactus, and when all else fails, shoot blood from your eyes like a cursed video game character. But somehow, against all odds, the horned lizard survives.